What's going on, guys? Gemini here, and I'm going to be changing up the format of my videos a little bit. I'm going to start talking over them, so let me know what you think of that, and hopefully, yeah, you enjoy it. So I'm going to be showing you my Gate Guardian deck, as well as showing you some replays using this deck, as well as the deck I was running before, which is a little bit different. Anyways, so to start it off, I've got Magician Souls in this deck, which is really handy because two reasons. You might not realize why I'm running it, but basically it lets you, because Kazajin is a spellcaster, it lets you special summon this monster and you can put Kazajin into the graveyard. So that gives you a free Kazajin in the graveyard, which means you can help get out the Gate Guardian combined, but also its other effect is you can send up to 2 spells or traps from the hand or field to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. This is really good because basically your fields, so you got Labyrinth, Heavy Tank, and as well as your field spell, which end up putting these pieces onto the field as spell cards. And then because they're spell cards, you can send them to the grave, which doesn't matter if they're on the field or in your grave, because you can still summon Gate Guardians combined, so it's basically a free draw 2. So yeah, it's really handy, works really well with this deck. It's pretty surprising, and I've had some people ask me about it, but once you explain it, you can kind of see how it really makes sense. I'm running Kurikara Div Incarnate. I mean, I've just been playing the Duelist Cup, and this card, I've only actually gotten it out once because I only just started running this. I did get it out once, but I managed to bait my opponent to have all 3 of their monsters use their effects, and I got to wipe their entire board, which was hilarious. You'll see that in a duel later. It's just fantastic. Max E at 3 because, I mean, why not? I've got 1 Ash Blossom. It also works well because Ash Blossom's a tuner, which means you can get Baron de Fleur out. You got a lot of level 7s. It's just a little thing. It's like I've never summoned Baron de Fleur and I don't really use it much, but you know, it's a little thing you can add in there and just card you can get out. I've got 3 of Shadow Ghoul. Now Shadow Ghoul's really handy because it actually it helps you get your field spell out, the Labyrinth Wall Shadow. It also, if you have one of those field spells on the field, as well as a Shadow Ghoul in the grave, and either you declare an attack with an opposing monster or an opposing monster declares an attack against you, you can banish this card and then you can just send them destroy that monster, which pretty handy. It does non-target destroy, I believe. Yeah, destroy that opponent's monster. So I think it's non-targeting destroy, so that's pretty cool. I got 2 copies each of the, I guess, the really mini Gate Guardian monsters. I was running just 1 of Sangha and Suijin, but I think it's just a little bit more consistent and a bit easier to get things, I guess, happening with this deck when you've got 2 of each of them. I'm running 2 Kashtira Fenrir because, I mean, it's basically a staple at this point. It's just really good to have. I do have Kashtira Unicorn as well, which helps me get out the Kashtira Birth. Kashtira Birth also is really good in this deck because it lets you normal summon a level 7 monster. It's not specific to Kashtira monsters, so I can actually normal summon Kazajin, Sangha, and stuff like that, which makes it easier for me to get out the lower boss monsters because they require you to actually have those cards to summon them on the field. They need to be in your control. That you can't use them from your hand, you can't use them from your grave, unlike the Gate Guardian combined, where you can just have them anyway. What else we got? We got 3 copies of Heavy Tank. This card works really well. You can summon it normally by itself. You don't even need Kashtira Birth. It can't attack that turn though, unfortunately. Also, it lets you, again, same as a field spell, lets you bring out these guys as continual spells. I've got 1 copy of Illusion of Chaos, which basically lets you bring out Magician Soul. 3 copies of Fusion Deployment, again, just trying to get these guys on the field. 2 Triple Tactics, it's a staple. I'm only running 1 copy of Ruroku Guardian. It's a good card to OTK with, and like it's handy, but it's like if you get it out. But it's not like the most necessary card in the deck. It's good, but it's not like amazing. 3 copies of the field spell. I would run 7 of these if I could. It's handy, and it's not a hard once per turn, it's a soft once per turn, so you can, if you get 2 copies of the field spell in your hand, you can put this field spell down, you can bring out one of your low Gate Guardian monsters, you can then put down the other copy of the field spell and get out another one, and that lets you get immediately, you've got at least enough to get one of these lower gate guardians, and more than likely you can probably get a gate guardians combined. Like, it's pretty easy, I guess, with this deck to get gate guardians combined out first turn. 2 copies of Kashtira Birth, it's handy. Called by, because of course. 3 copies of Double Wind Attack, which basically is a quick play spell that lets you destroy a card as long as you have a Gate Guardian on the field. It also, you can banish this card and you can get a Gate Guardian back to your hand, so it makes it, you know, there's a lot of recycling in this deck. Like your spell cards and these trap cards, they let you recycle even if they're banished. Labyrinth, the tank, and the wall, they all let you recycle from banished or from deck. So there's a lot of kind of recycling of your resources with this deck. I also have Prey of the Dry Gumo. It's basically the same. It has a little nice like kind of destruction effect, but of course also it's got that lovely effect where it can banish itself and give you one of your Gate Guardian monsters back. In the extra deck, I'm running my Royal Rare copy of the Gate Guardian Thunder and Wind. This is probably like actually the worst Gate Guardian, but I'm never going to drop it because I got a Royal Rare, so deal with that. I've got 2 copies of the Wind and Water one because this one, by far, I've found is by the most useful of the lower Gate Guardians. It lets you negate the effect of a spell or trap twice a turn, which comes in very handy. You'll see that in replays later. 1 copy of the Water and Thunder one, which lets you twice per turn make a monster attack 0. It's come in handy a little bit, but it's not as useful. This is always your best one of the lower ones. 2 copies of Gate Guardians combined. I think you have to run it at basically 2. You could run it at 1, but I wouldn't recommend it. It can get banished and then you're pretty screwed. It's got an amazing effect. 3 times per turn you can negate any target effect and then destroy that monster. It's really handy. Baron de Fleur, Galaxy Tomahawk. I mean, this card is stupid insane. Should be banned, to be honest. Or yeah, I mean, but you got level 7, so yeah, a couple level 7 XEs monsters. Again, do some burn damage here. It's can come in handy. I don't use it that much. A lot of the extra deck outside of my fusion monsters, I don't use a lot. Zeus, because, you know, Zeus package, why not? Link up monsters because Tomahawk, pretty much. But yeah, so that's basically the deck overview. So I guess we'll get into some replays and I'll kind of walk you through the process and walk you through how you play this deck. Okay, so in this duel I'm actually going first. I usually prefer to go second, but that's what my opponent chose. Get out the field spell, I get Max Seed, which doesn't usually affect us that much because we're not really looking to special summon a lot with this deck. Now, I am actually going to special summon the Magician's Souls here, but I think that's my only special summon this entire turn. I have a pretty bad hand, so I send 1 infinite permanence. Luckily, I drew into the Labyrinth tank, which now I can get Sun God of Thunder and Suijin, and I've already sent Kasajin to the grave, so bang, first turn, Gate Guardians combined out. Fantastic. Set my imperm, and then I pass to my opponent. Now, I've still got Max C, so I just throw out Max C to begin with. I don't want them comboing too much. Very unfortunate. I can't just stop that target, but because of the lingering effect, I can get my Wind and Water out. Now I get to negate 2 spells or traps per turn. So there's my first negate for the turn out, and the opponent passed back to me. Awesome. I draw into Prisma. Now, so this was back when I was running the Prisma package before I put Kashtira and stuff into my deck. So I sent another copy of Kasajin to the grave. Now I get out my Royal Rare and I draw into the Quick Play spell to be able to destroy. It gets me that destruction on my opponent's turn, which can be a little bit of a nice interrupt, as well as once this goes to the grave, I'll be able to get rid of it and then get another one of my Gate Guardians out. He tries to Lightning Storm me again, which would have been detrimental, but I have 2 negates. So bang, I get to negate that, and then my opponent just ups and dips. So yeah, as you can see, the negate effect is very, very powerful. All right, let's get into the next duel. Alright, so this one I opened up with a marginally better hand. I've got 2 copies of Prisma, which is, I think, the only copies of Prisma that I actually had at the time. Playing against Branded Despia, which I saw a lot of during the Duelist Cup. They didn't special summon to Oblivion on their turn, so that was nice. Drawing to Sujin is really just it's amazing, honestly. It was just a clutch draw to have. I thought he might have fusion summoned off my Prisma, which would have been pretty detrimental to this turn. I got lucky that he didn't do that, so that's pretty cool. He goes and does some of his special summoning, fusion summoning stuff. I send Sangre to the Thunder, yep. I have Sujin in hand, and then I get my Magician's Soul. And because I have the Magician's Souls, I send Kazajin to the grave, and now I have enough to get my Guardian combined out. Immediately, I already have everything I need. Ash Blossom that effect because no, don't want you doing that. And let's see. I straight up go into Gate Guardians combined. I didn't read his effect. I didn't know I couldn't target him, so I ended up targeting my own spell to not destroy any of my cards, and I then get to bring this back, which I guess that's helpful. It was a misplay on my part, if I'm completely honest. I should have read the card's effect. I would love to have had a Cold Buy to get rid of that card, because the fact that it can just recycle itself is crazy. It just keeps coming back. So they get their cards out. I'm pretty sure they go into Guardian Chimera here. Yeah, definitely Guardian Chimera. And they destroy Prisma, which we don't really care too much about that. It's no big deal. Doesn't really affect us at all. I draw Labyrinth Wall, which again is that's just it's such an awesome draw to have. Send Prisma, send Kazajin to the grave, and then I send those two out, and I have my Spell and Trap negate. Now I could have probably gone into Gate Guardians combined, but I wanted to get the Spell and Trap negate out. Could I have? No, I couldn't have gone to anything else. But yeah, I could have gone to Gate Guardians combined, but I wanted to get the Spell and Trap negate out because that's just really important to have that, and I've already got one Gate Guardian combined on the field anyway. Okay, so yeah, we'll hop into the next duel. Alrighty, as you can, I guess, see, 2 Maxis in my opening hand is not the best, but I mean, I guess it can come in handy depending on what deck my opponent was playing. They check out a fusion deployment. Of course, I'm just going to Max C straight away. I'm going to try and interrupt. Unfortunately, I do get ashed here immediately, so that kind of ruins that plan. They're now free, but I mean, it's one less ash for when I have the Max C on my turn, potentially. Opponent has Branded Despia. Of course they do. They always do. Max C obviously would have been amazing, but I guess if I had to resolve my Max C, they probably wouldn't end up special summoning as much as they're currently doing. So they start doing all their special summons, getting all their monsters out. I do have a pretty decent hand. I've got Shadow Ghoul, which I can send to the grave and get another Labyrinth Wall. So I've got 2 walls, so I can always get something out here. At least one of the lower Gate Guardians, and then I can destroy with the spell. I can also destroy a monster that attacks me, and yeah. So I've got a few plays here, and I guess depending on what card I draw next, I might have some more plays. This turn just goes on and on forever. They've got their Mirror Jade out, which is a very frustrating card because if it banishes my Gate Guardians combined, I can't negate that effect, so I just get banished, which sucks. They get a Quick Play spell out, which obviously is going to be annoying again, but I do have my Max C, so if they're special summoning, at least I can do something about it. So I put out my field spell, use the effect, send him to the grave, grab another field spell. It's a soft once per turn, so bang, chuck it on the field, use it again. Now I can get, or now I can get my Gate Guardian combined because I drew Kazajin. Now they're doing some stuff, so I probably should have read that and not used it then. I don't know why I threw my Max C exactly there, but I did. I target him to bait him into doing the banish because I just don't want him doing it at an annoying time. I'm like, I'd rather just do it now in main phase 1, not some other point in time. Just he brings back Fallen of Elbaz. He fusion summons into Sanctified Dragon. Yeah. I saw this card a lot during Duelist Cup. I mean, I know it's new, but yeah, everyone seems to be on it. So yeah, this is handy. Because of the floating effect, I can bring out one of my lower gate guardians, which, yeah, pretty handy effect to have. More fusion summoning. I mean, this fusion summoning goes on forever. When does it end? So I get Prisma out, and I can't even remember if I've used my normal summon yet or not. I might have. Using the effects. I know it's my turn. I'm just waiting to play my turn for real. So I've got Ryoku Guardian, but unfortunately I couldn't figure out a way that I'd be able to OTK this turn. So unfortunately, I just basically pass my turn. I'm taking a chance. I figure, plus my life points are the same as his, so I need to get my life points lower than my opponent's. And bit of a chance. There wasn't much plays that I could make, but unfortunately, yeah, because he brought his Mirror Jade brought back, he was able to banish me again, which was very annoying because that means he's got it twice on the same turn. It's a very annoying effect. But yeah, taking a massive risk here, and I thought I'd be clear. I didn't realize he could. It's like a soft once per turn, Mirror Jade. So that was pretty unfortunate for me. It looks like for me, I thought I was just a goner here. I thought I was going to lose the duel on this turn. He's got lethal, even if he, one of his cards is blocked by my monster. I actually forgot about Shadow Ghoul's effect. So Shadow Ghoul's effect came in very clutch for me here. I just used it straight away, just let it get destroyed. I know that for a fact now Sanctifier couldn't get destroyed by card effects, so I used it then. So I survived with this sliver of health. Now, I have pretty much a full hand. I send Kazujin to the grave, I summon my Magician Souls. He starts, he starts doing all these little effects and these special summons. If only I had another Maxi. But that's not necessary. So he gets his Branded Fusion back, which is not going to do him much good because he can't use it anyway. Yep, brings out a different monster. That's fine by me. Fusion summoning, that's totally fine by me as well. Basically, at this point, he can't tell, but I'm just going for the OTK. All I want to do is I want to bring out my Gate Guardian. I want to halve his life points, give that to my Gate Guardian's attack, and I'm going to attack that, what's it called? Cartesia. So there we go. I bring out my Gate Guardian combined. I use Ryoku Guardian, half his life points. He gains that as attack. Bang. OTK. It looks amazing, but that card doesn't get a great deal of play. But when you can get it off, it's just boom. And people just don't see it coming. Halving their life points, gaining his attack is such a powerful effect. And also, it's not till the end of the turn. You just permanently gain that attack. It's crazy. Alright, so next duel opening up. I'm going second, of course. By now, I'm assuming you're probably recognizing a little bit of a pattern here. This is the third Branded Despia duel I've got in a row. And this is actually like how things were going for me. I was playing Branded Despia so much in the Duelist Cup. It was insane. This deck, though, honestly was matching up really well against Branded Despia. I had a lot of good duels against them, and I think usually I'd come out on top. It just worked really well. So Maxi on their turn, it resolves this time, which was just fantastic. I'm Ash Blossoming some of their effects. Yep, they end up with basically just one monster on the field, which is just fantastic. And I've got Ryoku Guardian, I've got the Wall Shadow, I've got the Shadow Ghoul, and I'm right now, and I drew a Hero Lives. So right now I'm thinking I can OTK this turn. I just need something that can something that can attack or beat over the 2500. Even if they can't beat over 2500, I do have the Shadow Ghoul Graveyard effect, which is just fantastic. So Prisma can't attack. So right now I'm just trying to get my main Gate Guardian out, my Gate Guardian combined, the boss monster. They imperm Prisma's effect, which means it doesn't get the name change. Doesn't really bother me, I'm fine with that. Sangre of the Thunder and Kazujin. I've already got Sujin in the grave, so the Imperm didn't bother me. I send those, free draw 2, cost me nothing. Get Gate Guardian combined out. At this point, I want to get the Wall Shadow again. Sorry, the Labyrinth Wall. And my plan here was to actually to get another Gate Guardian combined, because I could have. But I realized I could just tribute summon, because I hadn't normal summoned yet, so whoopsies. I hadn't normal summoned yet, so I was figuring I just tribute summoned Sangre of the Thunder, because I didn't want to waste all of my Shadow Ghoul and my Labyrinth Walls on one turn. I wanted to be able to have that recovery, just in case, you know? So I tribute summoned, and then after this, I was, just in case they had something else, my plan was basically I was going to send those two, banish those two, and do the Wind and Thunder, which can then draw a spell card to have to interrupt. But I managed to get it all off. They didn't stop me. OTK. Feels great to get an OTK against Branded Despia. They did not see that coming. Alright, so again, going second. Whenever I was winning the coin toss, I was going second. This is a bit of a weird deck. I haven't played Tearlaments in so long. This is more of a Tearlaments Kashtira kind of combination. Anyways, I max C, which resolved. Fantastic. I get to draw a card, and then they just do nothing. So that's cool. The max C kind of stopped them going into whatever combos they were going to go into. I try to bait out the Ash Blossom, see if they have it. They don't. Fantastic. Now I've got basically a free Gate Guardian combined. Send that. Do another one. Get out the Sewage in. Bang. Gate Guardian combined first turn. This is what you want every first turn. I destroy their monster. Why not, right? Set call by pass. I've got my Ash Blossom. I've got, you know, 3 negates if they target me. Fortunately, I've got nothing if they tribute me. So that was very unlucky that they had the Kaiju. They max C, but luckily I got my Ash Blossom, so I definitely want to Ash that, because I'll be special summoning a lot if they start destroying my monsters. I get out my lower Gate Guardian. He targets my spell. I can negate that. Bang, negate. Now I've got one more negate I can use for this turn, and they've only got 1 card left, so I see what they're going to play. They try to destroy my monsters. Bang, negate again. So that's 2 negates. So I've actually got no more negates, but they've got no more cards either, so they just have to pass, and they scoop. So yeah, that's showing off the negates there, which is just a fantastic little thing to have. So it might seem like I'm opening with Ryoku Guardian a lot in my duels. I've only got it at 1, so this is just like a major coincidence that it happens to be a card that gets in my hand when, yeah. This is an interesting duel. I was up against a Ritual kind of Blue Eyes Chaos deck. I haven't fought one with this kind of composition before, so it was a bit new. They ended up getting their boss monsters out. Bang, Chaos Max Dragon. This is a monster that's definitely tough to fight against because it's got 4,000 attack. I can beat over a lot of monsters, but I do fall, with my Gate Guardians combined, I do fall just short of being able to beat over that one. So I send the, I try to bait out any Ash just in case they have it, which is a play I do a lot of the time. Use that. Pretty much I've got a guaranteed Gate Guardians combined. So, yep, bring out Sangha, send them all to banish them all, and Gate Guardians combined. I target that monster. I wasn't sure what it was. I should have really realized it was going to be a White Center Ancient. It was just a bait for me, so I should have known better, but wasn't really thinking. I didn't summon my Kashtira yet. I just didn't think it would be super beneficial to have it. Then they go through their combos. So they've got nothing to really beat it except for their Chaos Max Dragon, which just beats me. So I thought I was thinking another Chaos Max Dragon here with the Ritual spell, but actually it was just a Chaos Dragon. So that's nice. It's only got 3,000 attack, so that's lovely. This was interesting though that they gave it to me and they used the effect. to swap, whereas they could have probably just OTK'd me if they had have attacked with Chaos Max Dragon. So I think that was a massive misplay on their behalf. I think they didn't do the math right. And yeah, just a huge missed opportunity there for them, I think, because they would have it's double, right? Yeah, double. So they would have won the duel with one hit, but they just misplayed completely. So I got very lucky there. I baited out the Imperm with my Kashtira. Fenrir, I get another Gate Guardian combined, Roku Guardian, and then the OTK by attacking his Chaos Dragon. So again, a lucky play, and honestly that was a lucky duel because that was just a massive misplay on their behalf by not attacking me with Chaos Max Dragon. I don't know if they just didn't really think or what. I don't know what the thought process was, but yeah, they missed out on their OTK and gave me a chance to recover, and I recovered. Okay, getting to my next duel, I open up with 2 Maxes, but at least I'm not going first. If I was going first, it would be a terrible hand. Playing against Dark Magician, so honestly, having the Wind and Water Gate Guardian would be really beneficial here. Getting all those negates out really screws up what Dark Magician wants to do. So you can really lock them down by just getting those 2 negates per turn. You can really lock them down like crazy. So Cousin to the grave. Yep, send you to the grave, get my field spell. Same combo you've seen throughout this. I've already got Cousin in the grave, so now this banish actually hurts me quite a little bit, like quite a bit, because it means I don't get that destruction effect that Shadow Ghoul provides in the graveyard. So that did hurt me quite a little bit. But nevertheless, I unfortunately got Solemn Judgmented. I thought I was going to get a free, just straight into my Gaze Guardian combined, but unfortunately they Solemn Judgmented my tank. Luckily I got Fusion Deployment, that lets me get... Now why did I'm trying to remember why I went to that. Oh, I think, yeah, because I can still get Gate Guardian combined, that's why. Of course. Send that to the grave, free draw, Gate Guardian combined. I did top deck Fenrir, which was very handy. Destroy that. He's going to target me. Unfortunately, I can't negate that. It's very frustrating, but now I get a free extra attack, as well as I get the effect here to negate their spells and traps. So that's really handy. Max C to start the turn, because I know they want a special summon. They have to. Harpy's Feather Duster, bang, negate. The negate's just so good. Just getting those negates out, it's really powerful. They got Fenrir, which screwed me over a little bit there. So that's unfortunate. But anyways, luckily, because so the field spells effect is any monster, when your opponent enters the battle phase, any monster that has 1600 or less, you can destroy them. So that was kind of lucky, because that probably prevented an XC summoning right there. They banished my Gate Guardian, and I wasn't allowed to summon one of the lower monsters, which I don't know why. I really need to read up on that. Top decking Kashtira Birth, just because I wanted to see if they do something. I was just trying to bait out their effects, but nothing happened. Summon Fenrir, banish their monster. I was going to attack for game, but they ended up scooping before that could happen. So yeah, I guess this was one of my first few duels with the Kashtira engine, and as you can see, it's really handy. It works really well. It synergizes great, and you can bait out a lot of the negates and the effects. So that's really cool. All right, so this is going to be my last duel. I got a pretty decent hand. I did get Unicorn in the hand, but they got a pretty good hand as well, it looks like. Playing against Purrely, but with a bit of a Kashtira engine, so I mean, like, you know, they're playing Purrely, but they just wanted to make it like that little bit extra, that extra cheese in there, you know? I mean, look, we all love a bit of extra cheese. I like extra cheese on my pizza, they like extra cheese in their deck, tomato, potato, you know how it is. They start doing all their Purrely combos, their turns just go on and on and on. Very lengthy. Maybe someone who plays Purrely can help me understand. I don't know why they went into Beauty here and then also went into Pump and just kind of like I don't know why there was having like why they wanted to have two different XCs going on. It just seemed like a bit of a weird way to do things, and kind of stop them from, I guess, I feel like this might be why they had trouble winning in the end, because I feel like that might not have been the best combo, but I could be wrong. They use Kashtira's effect, deck thinning, you know, that's what its effect all about, really. They get it up to 4 materials on the pump. I keep calling it pump. It's actually plump. I'm just realizing this now. Wow. I always think pump because like it's just pumping itself up with materials, but I'm wrong. Yeah, they target him with an effect, which, whatever. I ended up baiting out, because my effect's already negated, but I ended up baiting out the Fenrir effect. They banished me. That's cool by me. Now I've had all of them use their effects. Kurikara, tribute all of their monsters. Boom, 6,000 attack. So I was really happy I could bait out that extra Fenrir effect there, because that really helped me clear their board. It helped me get rid of a bit of a threat. And yeah, just that was fantastic. It was icing on top of the cake, really, for this turn. Now I haven't even started my Gate Guardian stuff here. They're just, all they're seeing is a bit of Kashtira and like the Kurikara, which so they probably still think I'm running Kashtira, which is it's awesome when you can kind of screw with an opponent's mind a bit. Suddenly I play this field spell, they're like, what the hell's going on? And then bang, Gate Guardians are coming out. It's, yeah, so Sangha, Suijin, Magician Souls, send that. Use his effect, draw 2. It's a free draw 2, why not? Play the trap card, Gate Guardians combined, and I can still do more. It's it's crazy. So I can still summon that, use that effect. Why did I not destroy a card? Oh, must have chosen not to. I special summon their Fenrir to my side because I figure they're probably going to hit me with some effects. At least that's another effect they've got to be thinking about and they might want to be negating. Now I used Cold Buy on the plump here because I wasn't exactly sure which like level 1s they were going to bring out. So I thought if I can negate the higher XC's monster, at least I stop them getting that out, and that which basically can pump up and go into the Noir, which makes it very strong. So I was hoping to prevent that. That was my goal here. Yep. They cleared that away. I activate the effect of that in the grave, which just basically gives me another one of the mini Gate Guardians back to my hand. Just handy to have, really. They start doing all their Purrely combos, their effects. That's fantastic. I get to banish that. That's great. This is a little learning experience for me. They played the quick play spell, which stops it being destroyed. So it was nice to know that that doesn't matter. That was handy for me. Always trying to learn, always trying to improve. I like to try things out in my duels and just see what works and see what doesn't. They end up going to plump, which is, I was like, perfect. Thank God they forgot about Cold Buy. Brain dead. Early player basically tried to use the effect. It's negated. Fantastic. Now, Relinquished Anima tries to suck my monster away. Nah, negated. You don't get to use that effect. Be gone. Oh, it's going dark. So that was fantastic. They bring out another Purrely card. I'm just like, when is their turn going to end? Like, so long. They can still use the field spell to add materials, but this monster can't. So I use the effect, they use their effect, trying to add the materials to their monster. Still negated. Cold Buy, just, that was probably one of the best Cold Buys I've had. Because they activated their effect, I get to banish the card. That's just fun. They summon the level 1, doesn't really bother me. Quick play spells. Like, at this point, I've got so much stuff I can do, so many combos I can go into. It's insane at this point. I baited out Nash. Doesn't phase me at all, the fact that they ashed it. Doesn't worry me. Exceed. Yeah, I figure at this point, I need to clear some board space. So I do that. Basically also as well, just to try and, I guess, do some burn damage if they want to activate some more effects. Second Gate Guardian combined. And then I'm just attacking for game. Got my 6,000 Kurikara. Don't want to waste their time. Attack for game. Just get it over with, and let this be a lesson. Like if you have lethal, just go for game. Don't play around with it. Don't screw with it. I mean, you saw the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, that's probably a misplay, but in case it wasn't, they'll just want to screw around and have another turn just for fun. Like, you can see what happens. I can OTK afterwards, and it can happen with any opponent. So yeah, this is the deck list running the Kashtira engine, and yeah, so it plays really well. You can see the Kashtira engine works really well with these level 7 monsters. Some XZ summoning as well. I didn't even use, so I didn't use Baron de Fleur, I didn't use Tomahawk, I didn't use Zeus, I didn't use any of the Link summons. So you can kind of have a bit of free reign. Get creative with it, do something with the extra deck. You can just do whatever you want. The main deck, it's really good like this. I find it synergizes really well, but the rest of it, just play around with it, have fun with it. Yeah, and yeah, in my opinion, the Gate Guardian deck is really good. These new supports are just fantastic, and you should definitely try these out. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I'm going to call it here. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.